All right, here we are. Hold on a second. Let me just make a couple adjustments. Okay. Hello, everybody. I don't know if there is anybody there, but it doesn't matter. We are going to keep this as a recording. My name is Paolo. I'm the owner of Dreamlight Images, a photographic studio here in Charleston, South Carolina. I'm an expert in personal branding and anything that is related to building a stronger personal brand using your images. Today, I wanted to talk about the prospect we have of restarting slowly and carefully our business, but we're having talks. There are talks in our nation right now. Here in Charleston, we are opening a few different businesses. So I wanted to address with you and this new development and see if we can talk about this and if we can ask the right questions and come up with a strategy. And I'll give you my point of view because this is a unprecedented time, and we are going through a bit of a worry regarding the status of our economy. And right now, if you own a business, a professional business, a personal business, a store, any kind, doesn't matter who you are, lawyers, coaches, plumbers, realtors. Hello to all 7,000 of you here in Charleston, South Carolina. Lots of realtors. We know this is a prime spot for real estate. And fortunately, that market has been affected not so much than like others. But still, there is a lot of competition among you. So what are the right strategies to use in these days? Well, I'm going to give you my point of view. This is just what I gather in a few years I've been in business. I've been on my own since 2001. This is the third company that I'm running, and everything has been, thankfully, pretty successful. So I'll give you just my perspective based on my experience and on what I, based on what I hear from other personal branding experts. So right now we are in a situation of being out of sight, out of mind. People are staying at home. If you have a store, your store is invisible. Your presence is not felt. And I'm not telling you this to discourage you or scare you. We are all in the same situation. We're in the same situation all together. So I'm very aware of the dangers of brand erosion. That means when people don't see you and they start forgetting about you, all the work that you have done all these past years to build that brand, build that awareness, build the presence in the community has been eroded by more than a month of shutdown. Because now that we are suffering this shutdown, we have to pretty much rebuild everything from the beginning. So what are you doing right now? Because I notice a very dangerous trend, which is, well, okay, it's a month of shutdown. I'm going to take it easy. I'm going to go take a vacation, blah, blah, blah. That is not the right approach. Let me tell you, this is not the time to relax. This is the time to step on the gas harder than before. Because you do have a problem with brand erosion, like we all have. And so in the past month, I spent more and I invested more in time and money and energy than all the months before. I worked incredibly hard and I've been very busy because it is important right now to do everything possible to keep your brand in the minds of people. There is this other thing that happened too. Because of this, because of the streaming that we are doing today, we noticed that this technology video technology, video conference, video meetings, webinars, and so on, all that is much more prominent in the minds of people. The people who were pushing back, now they're adopting the technology. The people who delayed learning about things now are the ones who had to learn literally overnight all about Zoom or Skype or GoToMeeting and so on, or Facebook Live. So I'm asking you, what are you doing right now to take advantage of that technology and to use it for your brand? Because if you're not, then you're missing an opportunity. If you're not becoming familiar with video technology, you are leaving money on the table. If you are thinking that tomorrow we are going to restart everything like normal, well, no. We're going to start gradually. Starting this week, we just had some movements, at least in our area, at least in South Carolina. But next week we'll have some more. But if you're thinking that you're going to go to a Chamber of Commerce meeting, no, that's not going to happen. Big gatherings of people, they're not going to happen. On top of that, even if this was going to happen in 2 or 3 weeks, I doubt it. I strongly doubt it. Even if that is happening, you know it by past experience. If you don't know it, I'm telling you, the moment you start doing some marketing, some connecting with people, to the point of where you are actually starting getting some results, it's going to take a long time. Minimum 4 to 6. No, man, let's say between 4 to 6 weeks, okay? But that is being optimist. That is being just, that's the ideal situation. I wish that I would go to a Chamber of Commerce meeting, and then, oh my God, the next day somebody calls me for their personal branding. The times that happened, I don't know. I can't even remember if that ever happened. So, more realistically, we are talking about 4 to 6 weeks of possible inquiries. I had clients, very good clients, who called me for great personal branding sessions 2 years, 2 full years after I met them. So I hope that's not the case, but if we are starting, even if we were starting to gather again with professional meetings in 2 or 3 weeks, before you can see the effect of that, it's going to be a long time. So it is time now to start using what is available and to take advantage of the way people are now interacting online. Before this lockdown, your internet presence was vital. I always told people, if you're thinking that the people don't check you out on the net, you're sorely mistaken. Even if they just met you in person, then they will go back home, back to their office, and they will search for you on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on your website. This is what people do regularly. So that was before. Now it's the only thing that they can do. And going on in the future, this will be even more important, because now the virtual interaction is being seen as the one thing to do. And those habits will not go away. Once the consumer has become comfortable with the virtual world, it will not go away. It happened before. It's been the story of the internet. So more than ever, now it is important to have a great online presence. How is your image? Think about it. How is your headshot? Where is your headshot? Are you on LinkedIn? Is there a great profile there? You know, the first thing that people see is your headshot. Is that something that shows personality? Is that something that captivates the audience? Is something that has a look that belongs to this century? Or is your headshot, you know, classic realtor headshot from 95? Because those still are made today, they still circulate today. And, you know, they don't work. You need to update your image to be a presence. Shift your mindset from thinking this is the face behind the name, nobody cares about that, to this is the personality I'm bringing to my clients. So it's important that you're looking very, very carefully to your brand now and verify that that brand is strong, has a strong personality, and it is cared for in every single detail. And now it's the time to become more and more accustomed to dealing with people virtually. And if you're not feeling comfortable, if you don't have the knowledge, well, give me a call or send me an email, because I can help with that. I can definitely help. I've been helping professionals of all kinds, coaches, consultants, trainers, all kinds of people who can, you know, speakers who can do this kind of activity virtually. If you don't feel like you have all the elements, let me know. And I'd love to talk with you. You know, look, I will talk with anybody, 15-minute call. I'm not charging anybody. I'm not going to say, hey, you have to pay me for this. No, give me a call. We'll talk. If I can help you, then we'll see what are the options available. But right now, what is my concern is that we can start business as soon as is possible, and that you can hit the road running, because there's nothing worse in business than, you know, opening the doors and just hearing the crickets. Nobody comes. So now this is the time to start pushing with your marketing. Now is the time to spend more, because, you know, guess what? Everybody is taking it easy. They are saying, oh, well, you know, it is, you know, it's a forced vacation. We'll take vacation. No, don't do that, because everybody is going to do that. So what happens is that if you're pushing harder, you're going to stand out. Do you want to be like anybody else in business, or do you want to be exceptional? If you are exceptional, you're going to be standing out, you're going to be attracting attention, you're going to get more clients, customers, patients, whatever you know, deal with. This is important right now. You have to push more. You have to be on social media. You have to care for your profile on LinkedIn. You have to have your website. How is your website? How is your about page? Do you have an about page? Guess what? There have been studies. Now we had the web for a long time, okay? We have studies that show that the About Me or About Us page, the About page, let's call it the About page, is the most important page after the main one. So how is your About page? Is the text written professionally? Did you hire somebody to write it? Do you have a fantastic picture? If you have a team, do you have pictures of the whole team? Are they consistent, you know, how do we call it? Pictures that have the same look. I've seen a lot of websites where there are team pictures and they're all different. Like they've been taken with a phone, they're selfies, somebody's inside, somebody's outside, somebody's blue, sometimes somebody is yellow. There are all kinds of quality standards that are completely different from picture to picture. That is a mistake. You want to show a team, show them as people belonging to the same organization. So their headshots should be of the same kind, taken by, you know, made by the same photographer, with the same kind of background, if not exactly the same background, the same kind of background. All these elements are important right now. Take care of them and post on social media. Have a campaign. You don't have a marketing company, hire somebody. You want to know somebody here in Charleston? I have names, contact me, I'll tell you. But use the marketing options that are available now. Talk with your customers. Talk via Zoom, talk via Facebook Live, talk via YouTube Live like I'm doing now. Talk to them. You are not feeling comfortable talking via video? Call me. I'll be happy to give you some tips on how to be better at video and learn on your own, learn in the privacy of your home, and gradually and with all comfort. Give me a call. I love to talk with people. I can do as much as I can here on streaming, but I will not shy away from a one-to-one conversation. My goal here is to help the community, the business community, to restart and restart well and restart as soon as possible. Every little money matters right now. So let's make sure that we are ready when the doors will be allowed to open. And this is just an impromptu streaming on a Sunday afternoon. I understand that people were busy elsewhere. After all, it is Sunday and this is supposed to be a day of rest. But I am wicked. No rest for the wicked. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you're watching this on the replay, let me know. Put a comment. Let me know your ideas, your questions, and I'll be answering those comments on the replay, on the stored video on YouTube. If not live, we can do it later on. That's perfectly fine. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Paolo with Dreamlight Image. Have a great day.